Everyone, welcome to another vlog. My name is Mahlalilitu and welcome to my channel. Please remember to subscribe and always hit the notification bell so that next time I post another video, you can get an update. Thank you for tuning in today and you are so welcome. I have a few things to talk about today, but the most important thing is that we are going to talk about leadership. That's the food for thought for today. And in today's episode, we're going to deal with leadership. So I have a leadership question that normally comes up when people speak about leadership a lot. Is what is leadership all about? Is it about status? Is it about charisma, power, talent, skill, status, social status, skill, or are leaders made or born? So that is the question for today. So I'm going to give you an answer of what I have been researching and finding about leadership. But what I can tell you is that in every person, there is a certain level of leadership, just that you as an individual have to find have to get to that level of finding your leadership skill and where you can lead, how you can lead, and what kind of a leader you are. So the most important thing that you need to know is that everyone can become a leader. Leaders are either you can become a leader because leadership is within you as an individual, just that now you have to grow it, just like you can grow an apple tree, just like you can grow a baby, just like you can. Leadership also is enhanced and grown by your experiences and you paying particular attention to making sure that you grow your leadership skills. So it's very important. So it says here, the dumbest animal that God has made is a sheep. There are no leading sheep. That means in a herd of sheep, when you see them, there is no leader in the pack. There's no leader in that number. Even if it's 1,000 sheep, just know that there is no leader. So it means it's the dumbest animal that God has created. Because now, how do you even go about without a leader? Because remember, the children of Israel had a leader as Moses. It's not because God didn't see Moses as an ordinary person. He was an ordinary person, but now he gave him his leadership position because in the first instance, every nation, every group of people needs a leader. So he has to come up with somebody whom he can trust. And God can only trust you once you are very vigilant in the small things. Once you are trustworthy in the small things, then God can trust you for a bigger position or a bigger leadership role. So that is very important. Being trustworthy and treating small matters as with great importance, as if they're big matters, not having a scale to say this one is big, this one is small. So that is that, guys. You have to be able to earn your leadership position in order to be able to trust it by God and people to be able to put you in that position. It is very important. But one thing that you must know is that everybody has a potential to become a leader. So it further says that the dumbest animal God made is a sheep. There are no leading sheep, the only animal in the world without a leader. If an army of sheep is led by a lion, more powerful than can it be more powerful than an army of lions? The answer is yes. So it says if any army of sheep is led by a lion, and then can this army become more powerful than an army of lions? The answer is yes. The main reason is because sometimes you need followers more than leaders. Sometimes you need people who listen more than. That is why it is said, in order to become a good leader, you first have to be a good follower. First follow, and then one day you'll be able to have the skill to lead. Because I believe that it requires a certain level of skill and experience to be able to lead people in any particular environment. It could be a church, a school, a club, any environment. In order for you to be able to lead and change the world, you should have started at a certain level to be able to follow at a certain level. And then once you are done following, then there will come a time when you have to take lead and lead a particular group of people, a particular whatever in order to be able to take a stand and make a change that you feel that you need to do in the world. Because I believe that God speaks to us through different ways, but the most important one is through dreams. When you have a dream or a vision, or sort of like a plan in your head that comes up, oftentimes that is God telling you that you can do this and I want you to do this, and he often puts it in the mind of the person that he believes can achieve that goal. So it's very important to realize our power when it comes to God, when it comes to serving him, and when it comes to making sure that we bring the change that he requires for us to bring in the world. So remember, first follow, and then after following, becoming a good follower, only then can you lead. When you are a good follower, it means that only one person is required to lead the pack, and that pack can be strong enough to defeat even an army of the strongest animals being, or the fiercest animals being an army of lions. That is because it only needs one mind to be able to lead a group of people who can listen and do the right thing, as opposed to an army of lions, whereby if we have an army of lions, you find that sometimes the other lions criticize the leader so much that they cannot actually even follow the leader. So it's very important sometimes to have a pack of followers who can take you to a certain level, who can take the vision to a certain level, and then after that, only then can we have a particular group of people whom we can call leaders based on their performance of being followers. It's very important. Become a good follower before you can become a leader. So that is very important as what's the morale of this story of the army of lions and the army of sheep? Like I said before, it's a good leadership determines the quality of followers. Leadership can transform into champions. Leadership can transform cowards into champions. So leadership determines commitment, morality, mentality, attitude, destiny. Leadership determines destination of followers. So it is very important also to make sure that you have the right kind of leader who will be able to determine your commitment, morality, your mentality, attitude, and to get you to your destiny. It's very, very important. So if you want to become a leader, it's very important to be able to take care of such things so that you make sure that you get you transform cowards into champions. The ability to turn cowards into champions is more mind work than anything else. You have to deal with the minds of those people in order to be able to turn those cowards into champions. That is very, very important. So one of the people that I recommend a lot is John Maxwell. And John Maxwell is a leadership guru from years back. We've been reading his books over the years when he talks about leadership. So one of the things that I've realized is that people don't follow somebody who they don't admire. So people have to understand you well and admire you first before they actually follow you. So that is very important as well. And it actually determines how consistent they are in following you as a leader. So one of the things that John Maxwell says that motivates people to actually change, because when you're a leader, remember that what you want to do is to change cowards into champions. The only way that you can do your job is if people accept the change, if people are willing to change. Now he gave us reasons why people can actually change. Number one is when they hurt enough. People have to hurt enough in order to be able to sort of follow and accept change in their lives. Because now a soft life, an easy life is not really a motivating factor for people to actually change, because they're in their comfort zone. So once people get to a tight corner, once people get to that position where they don't really actually know what to do, they need a leader who can help them to set the direction for them to reach to their destiny. So sometimes you need to actually tap into people's pain and find out what hurts them, and to be able to direct their change in order to solve the problems that actually hurt them the most. That is very important. And then he said also that people accept change when they are inspired to. Sometimes you just have to do your job, you just have to be you, you just have to live your own life, and people will see that. People will sort of be attracted to the kind of lifestyle that you live. They will be attracted to the kind of life that you live, and then they will start to be inspired to actually want to change to the better and become better people with you and as an example, serving as an example for what kind of lifestyle they want to lead. So it's very important as well to be able to express yourself and show people that change is possible, and that you are living a certain lifestyle and it's good, and you know, sort of expose yourself to a certain level. Not everything, you can't expose everything about yourself and your lifestyle, but you have to expose yourself up to a certain level in order to be able to inspire others. So it also says that when they see enough, they have to change. That means that the very point that I was talking about is that people will only change when they see enough in order to be able to inspired to change their lifestyles. That is one of the things that makes them to be able to accept your leadership as somebody who sets an example for them. So sometimes you find that even leadership, you don't choose to become a leader, but you can choose to become a leader, but in most cases you find that people who become leaders are not even aware that they're leaders, because they inspire people without even planning to. The only way to inspire people without planning to, or to become a leader, is to live your life the best way that you can, and then people will sort of be attracted to the way you live your life and be able to come and take that example and take that leadership that you have, that they have given you because of the things that you do. Let me put it that way. They have given you that leadership role because of the things that you do that has inspired them to become better people. So that is that. I am not an expert at this, guys. I'm just sharing a part of my research and what I've been coming across while researching about the topic, because I believe that anybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to be a leader, and sometimes before you take a leadership position, or sometimes before you actually accept a leadership position that you find people are pushing you towards, you need to be able to know the responsibilities, to know what you have to do in order to be able to stay consistent at that role and do it well, because it's very important to get into a door, but it's even more important to stay in the room where that door has opened for you to enter. I don't know if I make sense, but it's very important to become a leader that people can actually resonate with for as long as possible. Not to see you as a leader today and then the following month or the following year, you are no longer relevant. It's very important to stay relevant once you have been put in a leadership position. That will help you even in a lot of areas in life. For example, if for example you want to say you want to become a manager at your workplace, your managerhood or your managership, I don't know how to call it, but that role will only come to you once you act in a particular way that people realize that this person needs this leadership position. For example, if say people come in at work at 8 o'clock and you make it a point to be there by 7:30 every morning, you make it a point to leave the latest every day, you make it a point to not waste time doing other stuff and just focusing on your work and deliver on the results, you make it a point that you understand and live well with everybody, and you are a team leader, you can work well with teams or as an individual, then in that way I think it's going to be very easy for people to be able to see you as their leader, because they sense a sort of leadership from the way that you do things. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys, but that is what I think, honestly. And yeah, this topic is very intense. I will go on with it as time goes on. Remember, I said I'm not an expert, but I will give my advice based on what I have been researching over the past couple of months on what leadership really entails and what it is all about. Today, I was out looking for my son's. I want to change my son's school next year to take him to another school because, yeah, I like the current school, but I think it was sort of the first option because when I got here, I didn't know the schools here, so it was the nearest school. I think the neighbors sort of, almost all my neighbors took their kids there, so I sort of just got attracted to the school based on my environment at the time. But based on my standards, I think the current school that I'm applying for is best for my son, he's 9 years old and he's going for grade 4 next year. So I wanted to go there. I was there actually in the morning, and then I came back, took a shower, and then I started making this video. So I'll be out. Remember, I said we are moving. I don't know, I haven't shown you the new premises, guys, but I think I'll take a before picture and then I'll show you an after picture, because we're currently doing some minor renovations for the place, replacing windows, want to paint it as well, and remove some attachments that I saw in there that I didn't really like or think were relevant for us. We changed locations for the office and the church, of course. So yeah, I am busy with that, guys. I'm busy with that. I'll be going out right now. I think the time now is around 20 past 11. I'll be going out to sort things out over that side. So thank you so much for watching, guys, but I think I'll take you along in order to be able to show you a bit about my day and how things are going. I may not be able to show you the whole place, but I will show you some minor details, maybe when they're changing the windows. And it's a challenge because now it's a double-story building. I had to get these guys to this company that I use for my printing. They do windows as well. It's called Cetus in Velcom. So I had to go to Cetus and ask them to go and help us with the windows. So I'll be going there to check them out, and then after that I'll be painting. I also want to paint my my bedroom. This is my bedroom, guys. I want to change the color of my walls to white because I think it would look better on my videos. But apart from that, I just decided to start and use what I have, and right now I think I'm very happy. I'm content with whatever that I'm doing right now currently. I appreciate everyone who's watching my videos, and please subscribe. Please tell a friend to subscribe as well, because I'll be sharing a lot of spiritual things, a lot of motivational information, a lot of self-development as well, and I'll try as much as possible to tap into family stuff as well. So it's very important that we start sharing information and start building each other up, guys. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you later.